Okay, fellas, I'm back again, like I promised, with to make a quick video again and show off some of my test instruments that I use on a daily basis. Today, I'm going to show you guys my ideal 61-920 ground clamp loop tester, and I use this when I'm installing a panel or service in a home, whether it's residential, industrial, or commercial. I use this to test the resistance for the earth ground. This is my Klein USB tester. It gives a pass or fail reading as well as the voltage and something like milliamps or that it puts on a load to do its test. And this Unity, this is a USB tester. I'm just throwing these in here because I didn't want to just bore you guys talking about one device. So, and I'll show you how each of them operate. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the Klein since it's here first, and then we'll go in that order. This is a USB tester. As you know, fellas, there's a lot of homes now that have those USB receptacles, and when I do a home and I install them, I want to make sure it's operating properly when I leave. I hate callbacks. I hate calls. You lose money on callbacks, even though some of them, just unfortunately you get them. But I hate callbacks. So when I install something, I want to do it right. I want to make sure it's working properly, so I don't have to waste time or money going back to right the wrong. Okay, so this is the USB like a branch circuit analyzer, and I'll show you what it does. For instance, I got this electrical cord here acting as a receptacle. Okay, and what I'm gonna plug it into the back of this charger and plug it into here, and as you see, we'll see it light up. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna put a load on it, 0.5 amp load, and we're gonna see a pass or fail display in this little window here reading. Okay, now it's testing the circuit, the USB circuit, at 0.5 amps. It gave us a pass on that. So I'm gonna go to a 1 amp and we'll see. Okay, so now it's testing. It gives us a pass as well. Also, now we're gonna go to a 2 amp. And let it analyze the circuit. It wouldn't hold a 2 amp, but it normally gives me a pass or fail type. Well, anyway, it won't let me. It won't allow a 2 amp test, and it won't allow a 3 amp test. Okay, so I'm gonna do I'm gonna do the 0.5 amp again. It passed. So evidently, it did not pass the 2 amp test for its USB. The receptacle is working fine. This charger is working fine. It's putting out 5.202 volts. The charger is working fine, and it's on a 120 volt circuit, this would have a step down transformer inside of it that would break the voltage down to 5 volts. Okay, but it's saying it's working good. It won't allow me to do a 2 amp or a 3 amp test on its USB port. Okay, so that's how that works, and I love this little device. It comes in handy. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that, and since we're here, and I'm already talking about USBs, and you got it in your mind right here, I'm gonna put this Unity and let you see how this works. Make a little comparison with the fluke. And we'll see how this works. 5.6 volts, 5.7 volts. This one I don't think give you a pass and fail on this. It's just telling you the voltage. We don't have a load on here, so it's not drawing any amperage at all, and milliamp hours. So it don't tell you much except the voltage, you know. But this Klein USB tester, this is something that in the near future that you guys who's doing residential, even commercial, may want to think about purchasing something like this just to have in your toolbox, because those receptacles that I'm telling you about, the USB receptacles, I'm starting to see them more and more, and people are getting away from these chargers here. You know, this big bulk, after this going to be like cell phones, the old cell phone, the big bulky ones. They're going to get played out, but after a while, these going to play itself out. And people won't have a lot of the receptacles that I'm telling you about with the USB port already. So, with that being said, I'm going to just move on and just leave this right here. Now, I'm going to talk to you guys today about my ideal ground clamp loop tester here, the 61-920. This is to test your ground rod. And when you test your ground rod, your earth ground, you want to have less than 26 ohms. 26 ohms of resistance. If so, you may have to add another ground rod to bring the resistance down. Now, I mean, I don't have a ground rod here naturally to show you. It would have been better if I had done it outside, but I'm not going outside. Remember, this is a quick video. You clamp this around your ground rod or the ground conductor that's going into the earth conductor. And let's turn it on first. It's going to calibrate itself. It's going to calibrate. Now it's calibrated. And you want to make sure that before you just go clamp this on the earth conductor, earth grounding conductor, you want to make sure that it's calibrated. Make sure it's reading correctly. So they give you here a loop tester right here. 1 ohm as well as 10 ohm. 1 ohm, 10 ohm. And you can put it around here and we'll see what it displays. And that'll let you know if your instrument is working properly. So let's go with the 1 ohm first and we'll see. 1.3 is in spec. Very good reading. Now I'm going to go with the 10 ohm and we'll see. Spot on. So I use this. I use it quite often because I'm always installing services, and I use it quite often. A lot of guys don't. They just throw a ground rod into the ground and attach a conductor to it. You know, and assume that okay, I'll be fine. But I like to go that extra mile. I want to test it. I want to make sure that the people who will be living there in this house will be safe. And if there was some kind of electrical short, that it'll find its path to the earth. So that's why this wasn't cheap. This is not cheap at all. This costs you a bit of $1,500 to purchase one of these. This costs you about, I think I paid almost $50 for this one. This, I think I paid $5 or $10 for this. I also have, let me see. I have my book here telling me about grounding that I got from Mega years ago. And I done read it through and through, highlighted it. And as an electrician, this is something that you want to. There's a picture, illustration of how you do it. That's not the same meter here. That's a Mega. Their brand, but that's how you use it. And It's a real good instrument. Very good instrument. Accurate. It helped me out of a lot of jams. I recommend that you guys who's watching this video, that you may want to think about purchasing one. But don't just purchase any one. Get you some name brand tools, fellas. You want the best. If you are the best, you consider yourself any kind of a good electrician, you want to buy the best. You know, nowadays there's everybody coming out with these cheap multimeters and cheap tools, and you know, I mean, I guess that's all right if you buying a hammer, you know, and I wouldn't want to go buy, I can't think of the name of the hammer, Goldwing or something like that, a hammer for $40. I mean, I go to Harbor Freight and buy the same hammer for maybe $2-3. That's what I'm saying. But when you're dealing with electrical test equipment and your life is on the line, you want the best. You want the best. And sometimes that means you have to pay a little bit more to get the best. But that's all right with me. That's all right. This thing here has paid for itself time and time and time again. And I will not think twice about, if something was to happen to this one, I won't think twice about purchasing another one. I like to have every kind of tool for every situation when it has to do with electrical. When it has to do with electrical. What I often do also, let me see. I'm trying to look for a book here. Okay, here we go. This is a book right here that tells me about all kind of electrical instruments. Everything. You guys may want to think about purchasing this book also. That's the name of it. It's by Klein Usb, and it's about test instruments. Get all the knowledge you can. All the knowledge you can. And, you know, don't ever shun knowledge. And don't be a know-it-all either. A know-it-all knows nothing. Trust me. Don't be a know-it-all. Well, I promised I wasn't going to make this video long, and I'm going to keep my word. I just want to tell you guys, wanted to show you guys some more tools in my arsenal. This holds 6 batteries. I think it was 6. No, 4, I'm sorry. 4 AA batteries. But I highly recommend this Ideal brand here. Fluke makes them. Mostly Fluke makes one. I think Ampro makes it. I think Greenlee makes one. But all the old name brand companies that we know from back then, like the Fluke, Amprobe, Greenlee, Amprobe, and certain ones like that, they make them. Now they have a lot of other companies out there from China. UNI makes one. I mean, I wouldn't recommend that. I wouldn't recommend the one from UNI. Hyoki make one. Would I recommend that? I don't know, but I think a Hyoki is better than UNI to me. A lot of these names I'm calling out, some of you guys may have never heard of it before, but these guys, you know, I see a lot of their stuff on YouTube or on eBay, but I don't recommend purchasing that stuff from China. American made only. American made only. Ideal's a proven name, as well as Klein, a proven name. Well, I told you guys I'm going to make it short, and I'm going to keep my word. I want to thank y'all for watching. I want to ask y'all to, if you like it, you know what to do. Press the like button. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment, and I'll see you guys later on the next video. I'm out. Later. Peace.